Here's how to blend your ad performance data on Looker Studio so you can create cross-channel reports. For this exercise, I am combining or blending Google Ads, Meta Ads, and LinkedIn Ads data. The first exercise is to bring a table for every data source with the equivalent metrics and dimensions. So for Google Ads, I am bringing first by date, my cost, which is equivalent to ad spend, impressions, clicks, and conversions. For Meta, I am doing the same query by date, the amount spent, impressions, link clicks, and purchases. And finally, for LinkedIn, also by date, my spent, impressions, clicks, and conversions. This is important to understand. Even though the data sources are different and the metrics names are different, they represent the same. Spend, amount spent, and cost represent my ad spend across this channel. So once you create the table with your data sources, the only path I need to do, or the only step, is selecting them and do a right click. Once you do a right click, you will find an option that says blend data. And this will automatically generate a new table with your blended data source. However, the query is not correct. By default, Looker Studio set the dimension as amount spent, and I don't want it. But I will show you what it created. If I go to edit this data source that it just created, it will show me that it is working correctly. But I will create a new blended data source from scratch so you can understand everything that we are seeing here. It is super simple. With data blending on Looker Studio, first you will love it, then you will hate it, and then you will love it again. Now, I will click on close, and I will remove this one, and I will work on this blended table that I had already created in the past. If I go to this table and I click on edit the data source, you will see that this is a blended data source. It is not a common connector. I will click on edit, and I will explain everything that you are seeing here. So my first recommendation is that you name every data source that you are connecting so you can identify them. Here I am connecting Google Ads, here is LinkedIn, and also Facebook, so it is easy to distinguish. The second step is unifying some fields. If I want to blend or unify fields from different data sources, they must be the same so I can understand what to blend. My recommendation is to start with dates if you are new to data blending, because dates are universal. Regardless if you're using Google Ads, LinkedIn Ads, or Facebook Ads, it is called January 1st across all of them. So dates are better. What about if you want to blend your campaign names? To blend them correctly, the campaign names across all your channels should have the same naming convention and the same names, so I can match them. This is often not the case, but with dates, this is always the case. That's why my recommendation, your first data blending, do it with date. And don't you worry, in another lesson, I will show you how to do different blendings with other dimensions. Stay tuned because I will show you everything you need about data blending on Looker Studio. Now, let's continue. The second recommendation I want to give you is change the name of the metrics and the field so you can identify the data source. For Google Ads, the GA spend refers to the cost, but I want to make sure I can understand this is Google Ads. I will do the same with impressions. I won't call it impressions, I will call it Google Ads impressions. This is important because if I pull the metric impressions, I want to know they are Google Ads impressions and not LinkedIn Ads impressions. Once you rename your fields, now I will work with those Venn diagrams that you are seeing there. I will click here and my mind will collapse. This is too hard. It is super simple. Don't worry, it is a simple Venn diagram from the school. And in another lesson, I will explain you these join operators, the left outer, right outer. In another lesson, I will do it. This time, a recommendation 90% of the times, you will use left outer join. That's everything that you need to understand. That's it. So for this exercise, I will do left outer join, and I will combine the date from Google Ads with the date from LinkedIn Ads and click on save. I will do the same with Facebook. I will blend the date from Google Ads with the date of Facebook Ads, and I will use again the same join operator, which is left outer. I will continue and I will click on save. And a recommendation as well is naming your blended data source, because you will create many in your reports and you want to make sure you are using the correct one. So here I call it Google Ads plus Facebook Ads plus LinkedIn, and I will finish on close. I have my blended data source on Looker Studio. It is great, but it is not finished.